All right, I'm hanging out with my pal Tommy Rant right here. What's up? Now, I heard a little rumor from a Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, that you snore.
What?
That's what he told me.
First off, if that bus is paying attention to me while I'm sleeping, that ain't strictly business. That's strictly weird.
That is kind of weird, right?
I ain't about that. Where'd you hear that from? Him? Her?
From him.
Her. Yeah. Listen, Buster. Listen, Chooch. You got my number. You know the time. Slime time.
Careful, Brandon Beretta is really good at suplexing big fat asses, so he might get you back, but you've been losing weight, so.
You look great.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, thank you, Tommy Red, and Slime Ball Sage over there. I'm hanging out with Nixon Newell. Nixon, hi, how are you? I'm Papa Denk, local Northeastern podcaster, I guess. How are you having a good time here at Big Event?
It's good. I'm having a lot of fun. Great name, by the way. Hell of a name. Papa Denk.
Thank you. My son named me.
Yeah.
True story, true story. Tell me about all your merch you got.
I've got 2 new t-shirts. This is my Nixon Lives On that, I designed it when I first got released the first time, then got re-signed, and then came back. I was like, perfect time to do it. And then me doing a wizard to a wizard is the best one. And then pictures. And a fan brought me a lovely flower.
I saw that. That was a good moment, yeah. How exciting is that, right?
So sweet.
Now, I got to ask you, what's your favorite food? I've been asking everybody that.
Ooh, it differs. Right now, I'm on birria tacos.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
All right,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, right now that's
I didn't
my
expect
thing.
that.
That's my thing right now. I love it.
Okay, I recently...
Step into the ring, it's a battle zone. Tight and strong like steel and stone. Hear the crowd roar, feel the vibration. We're taking over, this is Titan Nation. Every grapple, every slam, every thunderous blow. We on the spotlight, we steal the show. With power and pride, we leave them astounded. Tight and proud, in every match we're grounded. Tight and strong, tight and loud. We're the warriors, we're the crowd. Together we fight, together we reign. Titan Nation runs through our veins. Ball veins. Yo, they call me Denk, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Denk move. Check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, and still the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Denk, and welcome to the third Owner Summit. We're going to have some old favorites from the previous summits and some new faces. So let's keep it going. Let's start with my good friend and pal and mentor, the one and only owner of Titan Championship Wrestling, Billy Vetsky. Hi,
Titan man. Strong, Titan proud. Oh, hey, what's up, brother?
You love that, don't you?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right. It's a great song, 100%.
Right.
All right, let me bring to you the next owner, Mr. Angels from ACW. What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up? Glad to be here with you tonight.
Glad you're here too. Mark, the owner of AHCW. What's up, Mark?
How are y'all?
All right, good. Rich Rockwell from Vapors Championship Wrestling.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Thanks for having me, Papa. Pleasure to be here.
Glad you're here. The co-owner of TNR, the one and only Rob Father.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Papa Dink.
Robfather brought the smoke last week, huh?
I brought the smoke, baby. That's what I believe in, bringing the smoke.
It was good stuff. All right. The owner of Kaiju Pro Wrestling, Miss Ashley Stevie.
Hi.
Sean Hardy joining us. What's up, Sean? How are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Sean's got the colorful background back there. Awesome. And Joe Wooten, owner of Tar Heel Championship Wrestling. But Joe has a different name, don't you, Joe?
You know it.
All right.
Renegade Outlaw Joe Locklear.
All right, let's start off with introducing everybody for those who haven't seen an owner summit before. We'll start from the top and work our way down. Billy, go ahead.
I am Billy Fetsky, CEO of Titan Championship Wrestling out of New Jersey. Family entertainment company, and we just look to continue to grow.
Mr. Angel Angels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Angel Angels. I am the owner and promoter of Atlantic Coast Wrestling. We're based out of North Carolina, down towards the eastern part, close to Rockingham, Ellaby, and Mount Gilead. Those are the towns that I run, and we're looking to expand a whole lot more and build up Atlantic Coast Wrestling as best as we can.
All right. Awesome. Mr. Robfather.
I am the co-owner of TNR Championship Wrestling, based out of Leachville, Arkansas, right here in Northeast Arkansas, trying to make wrestling great again in Arkansas. So, partnered up with WWP, which is Ray should be on in a few minutes, but partner promotion with him also. So, hey, we're just here to make wrestling great again.
All right. And coming up in August, the first ever crossover between TNR and Titan Championship Wrestling.
Yes, sir. Glad to have Billy to come down to Leachville and doing a big crossover there. So it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be very exciting. All right. Rich Rockwell.
Yes, sir. Rich Rockwell here, a co-owner of Vapors Championship Wrestling. My other co-owners, Keith and Michael. Unfortunately, they're not able to join us this evening, but do want to give them a shout out. We are based in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we also team up with TNR and Wrestling with Pride also on some events too. So again, we're always just, we're growing. We're currently in our second year of being in operation. And same thing as Robfather said, man, we're just looking to make wrestling a staple in Arkansas once again, man.
All right. Mark, you are next, sir.
All right, man. Mark Manley, American Hostile Championship Wrestling owner, 34-year veteran, and a 8-year promoter. And we also are part of the UWA, which is the Unified Wrestling Alliance, consisting of us, Bluff City, Crossroads, and APW in Arkansas. We run Southeast Missouri, West Tennessee, North Mississippi, and a little bit in Arkansas as well.
Wow, that is awesome. They're doing their own territory down there. Good stuff. Ashley, Kaiju Pro Wrestling.
Well, okay, it's my turn. My name is Ashley Stevie. I run Kaiju Pro Wrestling. I run in Central Connecticut. I am, I think, the only site up here that doesn't have a school. But I am returning back after we took a 6-month hiatus. We took our fall show off. And we are returning in 2 weeks on Memorial Day weekend because I clearly don't like to look at calendars when I book shows.
All right, I see. Joe, owner of Tar Heel Championship Wrestling.
First off, I ain't got no headset. Can y'all hear me pretty good?
We can hear you, yes.
All right. My name's Joe Wooten, the owner, co-owner of Tar Heel Championship Wrestling. The other co-owner is my wife, Jennifer Wooten. We are based out of Lumberton, North Carolina. We've been running now for 5 years, going on 5 years. Been in the business for about 15, promoting for about 5 now. And we're just trying to grow and expand, wanting to work with other promotions. Just try to give some good quality wrestling back to the community. And, try to bring back that, what we call down here in the South, the old school vibe. Storytelling. That's what we're all about down here at Tar Heel Championship Wrestling.
Awesome. Sean?
How you doing, guys? Sean Hardy, 1CW Pro Wrestling. We're based out of Delaware. We also run events in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and Virginia as well. We also have a training facility here in Delaware, and been in the business since 2003.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody for the next summit that we're having. Let's start off. Well, we'll start off with Billy. How did the holidays go for Titan Championship Wrestling?
Well, before we get into that, I mean, it's kind of wild here. In June, we'll be doing something with Atlantic Coast Wrestling on June 14th in North Carolina. In August, with the Rob Father in Arkansas. In September, Tar Heel will be a part of the free-for-all that we're bringing down in North Carolina in September. And in October, I'm doing something in Connecticut with none other than Miss Ashley Stevie of Kaiju. So
Wow.
pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. So back to what was that question? I'm sorry.
How did the holidays
How were your
go
holidays?
for TCW?
Well, pretty good. I mean, it was like anything, man. Everything's a struggle, you know. But we maintain, and that's it, you know.
All right, Angels.
Same here. I normally don't run shows around the holidays at all. That's to me, I feel like it's kind of hard to draw just a little bit, especially down here. So it's like a hit and miss for me. That's why I normally don't do holidays like that.
I know May's a tough month. Sorry, Ashley.
Listen. I picked my dates. I put them out immediately. Nobody else seems to be running the same weekend, other than I think we have one company that's running like the day before. I run Sundays. I mean, nobody's gonna mess with my stuff. We're good.
Rob Father.
I mean, May's a hard one for me this month.
Hey, Rob Father, you're next.
Hey, holidays went great for TNR. I mean, got through them. Been busy every weekend. Going somewhere every weekend. Like I said, we partnered with WWP. We travel in Arkansas. We do a lot of work with Vapors. Like you said, we're going to do work with Billy up there. So, TNR is looking pretty good. I mean, the holidays is pretty good. Treated us well. And so, we're on to the next chapter.
All right, Rich.
As far as Vapors Championship Wrestling goes, the holidays, as the calendar falls and the way we run, it hasn't really hurt us simply because we're not running right now. We do the first Saturday of every other month currently until we, again, like I said, we're in our second year, so we're really trying to kind of nail down our home venue and really build our fan base and everything, and then look to expanding. But so our next event that we're looking at will actually be over July 4th weekend. We'll see how it goes, but we're feeling pretty confident about it. It's one of our bigger events that we run of the year. Where we actually partner up with TNR and Wrestling with Pride. We did it back in January. It was called Arkin Brawl, and we saw a lot of success with it. We actually live streamed it on the internet and had over 8,000 views on the live stream in under 24 hours.
Wow.
That was pretty awesome. Very accomplishment for all three companies.
Yes.
Good stuff. Mark?
Oh, man, holiday's great. We've already run our May show, so we got it behind us. And we'll be in St. Louis this weekend at FanFest 3 up that way with Herb and them. That's going to be a big event. And then we're actually in Augusta, Arkansas the next weekend after that. So it's going to be a busy May for us.
Awesome. Say hello to Herb for me.
Will do. I'm disappointed that you canceled.
I know.
You won't be too far down the road from us on the 23rd, Mark. We'll be in Batesville on the 23rd.
Right on.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't make it to St. Louis. All right. Ashley, next. Holidays.
Oh, God. Well, so on holidays.
You didn't run.
Well, we didn't run. We normally run our anniversary show in November, but last August we had lost one of our co-founders in a traffic accident. He passed away. So we had our show 2 weeks after his passing. And then after that, I was kind of like, hey, guys, I love everybody, but I need to process this loss. So we took the whole winter off, but it also gave me the time to kind of put together all of this year. I'm already booking into September. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
I was like, listen, if everybody gives me a little break since I do everything by myself, I promise we'll come back even stronger. And instead of coming back with like 2 or 3 shows planned this year, I think now with the show with Billy, I think we're up to I have 6 and possibly a 7th one coming. So all in just the summer and fall.
Awesome. Joe?
Everything for May has been pretty good. You know, we ran our show last weekend here in E-Town, Elizabethtown, North Carolina. We took a little hiatus for about a year there, and this is our second show back since we've started back up and running. Our first one was in April in Laurinburg, and it was a pretty good success. I mean, you know, to be gone for a year and come back, you know, I mean, we had a pretty good turnout, and for the second show as well, we had a pretty great turnout. We pretty much cleared up for the month of May. We ain't got nothing else this month, but our next show coming up is back here in Laurinburg, North Carolina on June 7th as we bring Decoration of War. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty good turnout. You know, I got a few more people on board helping, doing the network, promoting the show. We got a big man coming in on that day. So hopefully, you know, we have a great turnout, and we're going to hold that name solid for right now until we're ready to make the announcement about it.
All right. Sean?
Yeah, how are you guys? We run over 20 events this year, so we don't shy away from the holidays. Wherever they fall, we kind of run with them. Every event we run is a benefit for a cause. We give all the money back to the cause. So some of them fall on a holiday. We're actually running next weekend, heading into the holiday weekend. We're running on the 4th of July weekend. We have a baseball stadium show that's scheduled over, again, another holiday weekend. But it's one of those things that we run in a small town here, but draw over 300 fans every month, just because we're like the thing that's going on. You know, we do a lot of promotion. So we don't let the holidays bother us. We try to make everybody that comes feel part of our holiday celebration. And we kind of celebrate it together with everybody. So wherever the calendar falls, we make it happen. And we're glad to be a helping hand to those people that we're going to help for our 20-some events this year.
All right, awesome. All right, next question. We'll get into something that happened recently in the independent scene. One of the talents, a wrestler, wanted to get paid to do a promo for the company. Now, me and Billy talked about this in private, but I want to get everybody's thoughts on that. Let's start with Billy. I can see the frustration in your face already.
Yeah, you know, it's
We were talking about this earlier.
It's been a topic every day since it's happened. I mean, with a lot of people, but look, the biggest thing of that whole statement that stuck out to me was the fact that that other people in the roster weren't doing promos, and you know, because you want to do them, or because you're a higher standard set guy, you should set the standard for that, right? I mean, ultimately, if you want to stand out on the roster or to stand out to other promoters, right? There's what, 8 of us in here or whatever. So if you want to stand out, you want to strive to be the best. You want to be able to market yourself. You want to be more valuable. If you can't market yourself, you're not going to market my brand. That's for sure. So that means the waste and time of investment out the window. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunate, it's an unfortunate thing, and it blew my mind that was even a concept. You know, the time it takes to look into somebody, look into your opponent, and research. I mean, that was another excuse that was put. You know, you're supposed to be a pro. Now, you go to the big leagues, obviously. You're either doing it or you're gone. So there's no option. I think it's silly. I think it's foolish. I partially think it was only really to get views. To be honest with you, 'cause me personally, I don't really take that as serious. I mean, it was a legit stupid thing. Especially from an independent wrestler. I mean, you want to strive to be better and seen and viewed and pushed and everything else. So to be to ask for money just to do a promo is that's like asking money to do a podcast. Listen, a podcast.
That's right.
That's a sensitive subject around over here.
Yeah, but I mean, the
We're not
podcast is
getting paid.
taking their time. I mean, I am, but
I'll make money, that's for sure.
but
I was
they're
going to
taking
say,
their
are
time.
people making money and I haven't been told? Because I'm not doing that.
Oh, I got your envelope. So,
It's
but
in the mail.
They left you in the dark. Sorry.
that's funny. But yeah, no, I mean it's they're taking their time to promote you, and then why would you charge them? So it seems to be a money factor. Again, I don't know if it's a joke or not. It's just ridiculous. I think the whole thing is completely bonkers. But I mean, each their own. I look at that and go, well, I won't be booking that person. So, and it's move on.
Right.
And
Angel.
Steven
right.
Person down there
Yes.
explains it the best. I mean, put that comment back up.
Yep.
Right there.
There you go.
That explains it all right there.
Yeah.
Steven Person is also a professional wrestler, just so everybody knows. Angels, go ahead. Your thoughts.
Well, first and foremost, I completely agree with Billy on this. To me, honestly, when somebody tells me that, that's the sign of arrogancy, and I can't stand that. He may be the sweetest guy, the nicest guy in the world, but there are some things you don't do. So when somebody would say that to me, first thing I'm thinking like, okay, he must be green. He must think this is a money scheme. But it's so arrogant to sit there and say something like that. And you're right, it is dumb, because if you don't promote yourself and don't promote the company that you're working for, when you hit the curtain going to the ring, nobody is going to know who you are. And that's just my perspective right there. But it's completely arrogant. I don't know if the guy's green or not. But I mean, there's a lot of common sense floating around this whole thing, and clearly, I wouldn't book him on my show. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Ashley. I know we lost someone, but Ashley
lost Rich.
So I've been biting my tongue about not saying anything about the promo thing because I was saving it. I was hoping you were going to ask this. Can everybody see why I'm in this business yet? I get excited about everything.
Yeah, we got you.
So here's my spiel about the promo thing. I've never made it mandatory. The hell if I'm paying anybody extra for it. Exactly. It's part of paying dues. Now, for me, I rent a ring. That comes with a ring crew. So I don't make my talent do ring crew. They can help. They usually help because otherwise I'm the one who's probably going to do it. And they want to be nice to the lady that gave them a nice full envelope on time. And fed them tons of home baked goodies and stuff. But my thing is that I run in a very small town and I don't run the same roster all the time. So for me, like my next show, shameless self-promotion, Blazing Saddles with Pro Wrestling Magic. The PWM kids, they haven't been up here. My crowd is a local crowd. My crowd is not going to know as much about where they're coming from character-wise if they don't do a promo. Like it's not even about selling the tickets, because I can promise you every ticket in that room came from me either booking something or physically selling the ticket itself.
Wait, hold on. Whoever's not speaking has got all that noise going on. Just mute for a second, please. All right, thank you.
All right, it was the Godfather. For me, those promos help my crowd know before the show what the heck is going on. I write Memphis style. So
That's
it's
right.
not going to be a continuation of a story. You're getting start to finish in that one show.
That's right.
And so Angel's dead on. If I don't have a promo, at least from half of that match, you got no clue who you're cheering for. You don't know who's going to be heel. And it also, to be honest, and this is where it ties into like what Billy said, if you're selling me your gimmick, I'm writing your story right now. So that promo tells me what I'm going to write as far as your direction and your attitude. How hard am I writing for you to go? Are you going to give me anything to work with? If not, I'm going to have nothing to work with, just saying. You know, you got to work with what you have. So for me, promos are not, I don't make them mandatory, but I will specifically go to certain people and go, hey, can you shoot me a promo? I have a lot of content creators on my roster too. So for them, one of mine put out one today, Red Dog. He put out his promo this morning. It's literally 36 seconds. He's on his porch and he's like, hey, Mama Kaiju, I got intel. Easiest promo ever. Took him nothing. So for me to have to beg for that would be disgusting. That's the only word I could think of. It'd be disgusting because I didn't ask for much anyway. He gave me gold and I ran with it. And then that helped me write his match card. I got the ad out. Boom, done. When they give me a promo, it gives me more to work with, and it takes more off my plate, which I'm already doing this solo. So the more they can take off my plate, the better. But that's my piece.
All right. Rob Father.
Sorry about the noise, y'all. There's my grandkids in here making noise.
No, it's okay.
Hey, the way I see it is if you don't promote yourself, you're not promoting my company. And I'm not going to pay you to promote yourself. You got to step out. You know, I've got guys that's been in the business for a year. I got guys that's been in the business for 20 years. And you just don't ask for money for a promo. I've never been asked for money for a promo. This is the first I've ever heard about it. I mean, you're going to ask me for money for a promo? I'm going to tell you, hit the damn door and don't come back. That's just point blank. You know, I'm not going to ask you to come back. You first thing comes out of your mouth, hey, can I get paid for a promo? I said, your promo is just hitting the door. Don't let it hit you in the butt on the way out. That's just how I am. I mean, I tell it up front. They don't like it, that's tough. But paying somebody for a promo is ridiculous. It's the worst thing I ever heard in this business so far. And I've been in the business for 15 years, and this is the first I ever heard of it. So I guess it must be happening up in the north with y'all. Because down here in Arkansas, they're too, you know, I don't know. Next, we don't think about that, I guess. I don't know. But
Okay.
I've never had that foot in Arkansas.
All right. Mark, you.
Yeah, I just think maybe the guy couldn't cut a promo. Maybe that's why he wanted to charge him. Hell, I don't know. But anyway, for you guys that follow me, promos are part of my show. Promos are every show I got. They help put asses in the seat.
That's right.
More asses, more pays is the way I see it. And I just told a guy last week, matter of fact, I had to stay on him about a promo. I said, no, I'm about to start fining you if you don't cut me my promos on time. So
that's a good idea.
I mean that, man. I mean, you know, I pay pretty good. So, I mean, if I cut theirs in half, he might not come back. So, you know,
Joe,
I'm coming to work for you.
I agree 100% with everyone that's already spoken. You know, especially with Mr. Mark and Mr. Rob Father. You know, the promos is what is going to put asses in the seats. If you don't promote yourself, you ain't promoting my brand. And then it's like, okay, people ain't going to know who you are. People ain't going to know who we are. So how are we expecting people to come and watch our product if they don't know you're going to be on the show? You know, it ain't just the promoter's job to get the word out that, hey, you know, I'm going to have Angel out here performing next Saturday night here in Laurinburg, North Carolina. You know, I got the Angel, get me a promo, you know, put the word out. Not only a promo to put on social media or anything, get out and network to the people. That's as much as a promo as anything. You know, if you don't get out and network to the people, hey, I'm going to be in Laurinburg, North Carolina next Saturday. Or, hey, I'm going to be in Arkansas next Saturday. Or, hey, I'm going to be in Connecticut next Saturday. How is people going to know that you're going to be in them areas?
Right.
So if I bring somebody from New York or Connecticut or New Jersey or Arkansas or Georgia or Virginia, please put the promo out, because what I want to do is I want to see if we can draw these people from these variable states down to North Carolina to come watch our product. So at the end of the day, when I'm sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting on a promo, and you don't see me one, nobody in your area is going to know that you're going to be in North Carolina. So I just basically wasted whatever your rate is to pay you to come work a show, because nobody's going to come watch you wrestle because nobody know who you are down here in North Carolina. So that's just a waste of money.
Even if they do know who you are, they won't know they're going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. Sean, you're next.
I got a couple different views on it. Pretty easy. If they're not promoting themselves with the way social media is nowadays, we, the promoter, don't even know who the hell they are. We don't care. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Second of all, a lot of times if I'm reaching out to someone who is very important to the event, I make sure that when we agree upon the rate and the time and what I need them to do and, things like that, one of the things I will say is I need a promo, at which point then it's, yes or no. Never have I been asked for more money for a promo or anything like that. And then the last thing I leave it with, and I don't like to sound argumentative with anybody, but I think it's great that talent does promote themselves. Like I said, otherwise we, the promoters, don't know who they are. Their fans don't know who they are. But my title is promoter. That's my job. I take it very seriously. I treat it as a business, and I'm a people person. So I'm very well connected, not only with my talent, but the community. I get out into the community. I make sure my community knows what's going on. I make sure that I give back to the community. So there's various ways. So for the tip of the iceberg of someone asking to get paid for the promo, if they're not asking for it in their fee that we agree upon to book them, then shame on them. To ask for it afterwards that's pretty ridiculous. But I will not, basically, how am I going to say it? I won't even notice you if you're not promoting yourself on social media. And that's pretty noticeable, because if you're not promoting yourself, you're not going to promote us, like it's been said. So yeah, that's a given. So it's a double-edged sword for me.
Now, I forgot to mention that too about the getting paid for a promo. You asked me to get paid for a promo. I'm going to hand you an envelope. I'm going to hand you an envelope, all right? You ain't going to like what's in it, but I'm going to hand you an envelope.
Now, before we get to the next question, I've recently been working behind the scenes as a promoter, basically booking for a talent for a new company coming up, which I'm going to announce because it's very important. It's an all-women's wrestling show called Rising Stars Women's Wrestling, coming out at NYWC. We're showing Amity LaVey, who is making a name for herself in her own right. But I just trying to help book people. I at least, answer me back and say, hey, I can't do the show or something. Well, what are your thoughts on talent I get back to? Let's start with Billy.
Man, this could be a touchy subject.
You leave me with such an open-ended question. He really does. What was the question?
Throwing you under the bus.
The question is, and before I re-ask it, let's all say hello to, and I know he's really busy with FanFest this week, Herb Simmons, everybody. Herb, how you doing?
Hi, Herb.
I wish I was going to, brother. I wish I was going to. But
me too.
So what was the question?
Congratulations on your cauliflower nomination you got going on. That's awesome.
That's
the
awesome.
Question is, how frustrated are you with talent not getting back to you that they're going to work your show?
I don't get that problem. I don't have that problem.
Really? Okay.
No, not really. If that happens once every 6 months and by one person, it's really a mistake. I have a very, very, very great core roster. They're consistent. They're loyal. I show that same loyalty back. We're expanding. I mean, it is getting bigger. I'm gonna start getting rid of and I say this loosely, I say this with respect, but I'm gonna start getting rid of the dead weight. If I can't get marketing, promos and stuff like that, then there's no reason to continue going forward. I'm gonna bring somebody in who's hungry. It got to a point now where I had to create, well, a while ago. I had to create my own booking email because I couldn't keep up with it. My notifications are in essence of 2,000 Facebook messages a week. So it really got yeah, forget about it. I could run every day, well, every night in the month of June and still not have enough room.
I
So
send you a message.
so yeah, he did. Joe did.
I got a message waiting for you.
I got a whole lot of messages, brother. I got to try to keep up with everything, but it's I don't have that. I'm really honest to God. I know promoters struggle with that. I don't. You know, I answer my guys just as much as I possibly can. They know it's difficult for me because of my job, right? So I drive a tractor trailer. My hours are wonky. I'm in flower season, which makes it 10 times worse. So they know I'm going to hit them up randomly. And, but I'll put in my roster group, hey, I got a marketing show. Who's available? I mean, the show's stacked. I'm blessed. I really am thankful. My team, my roster, even the guys down in North Carolina, don't get it twisted. I can message them or call them and say, "Hey guys, I need you up for this show," and they'll do it. They'll drive right up. So I don't. Honest to God, I don't have that problem, and I'm thankful for that.
Awesome, Angels.
Say the question one more time.
Talent not get back to you when you're trying to book them.
All right. So down here in North Carolina, we actually have that problem. So
Joe's going here.
And Joe know about this too. So I book my guys at least 2 months in advance. The reason being is because if I book them probably a month in advance, they're already booked up somewhere. So I'll try to go 2 or 3 months in advance. Now, if I send out a message and say, "Hey, are you available? Are you available for this show?" Normally they would text back and say, "Let me check my calendar," and then it take them probably like close to a week to get back in contact with me. If it takes you that long, I don't need you. So I tell them,
You get them in a week.
Yeah. Give me at least a day worth or 2 days to get back in contact with me about if you are available for the show. And also, there's an issue right now to where if you book somebody, they'll say that they are available, but then when you reach back out to them to confirm to see if they still coming, like probably a week in advance of the show, they'll try to act like, "Oh man, I don't know," or "I forgot about it," or wait to the day of the show and say, "Well, I really wasn't booked on the show, so you're false advertising when you just sat there and told me that you are available and then you can work the show." So yeah, we deal with that a lot down here in North Carolina.
Okay.
Always send either. Oh, excuse me.
No,
Hold on a second. I send a message. I don't really do the email thing, but I do send a message, and they have to confirm the booking. I'll send you the template for it. So I'll send you the template. They have to confirm it. If they don't confirm it, they're not on the show.
Right.
Ashley.
And I honestly, I genuinely go the same way as Billy. I have people messaging me now saying like, "Do you have room in May?" And I'm like, I'm booking into September, guys. I don't have a choice. Like I have a core roster that works a lot of other places. I also have champions that are driving like anywhere between 2 and 5 hours to even be here to represent me. So I have to know. Like when I reach out to somebody and I'm like, "Hey, are you available for this date?" They usually respond back to me within 24 hours because they know I will move on. I have like a list of 100 people waiting. So I will go down the net. Like if I'm going, "Hey, I want to bring you in right here." I'm also not I don't penalize people if they're not available, which has always been, I think, a good thing for me. I'm very understanding. They're like, "Oh, hey, I'm booked here." That's okay. Here's my next date. Are you available for that one? Let's at least get you sealed in somewhere on my calendar. Because what I do is, since I only have a small core roster that lives all different places, I'm a big debut person. I try to bring in 100 people throughout my shows a year. And then if they do well, I bring them back. But
Right.
that's it. Like I can't. I have one core roster that I'm still waiting on him to tell me if he's available for anything, and I just booked around him. I'm like, nope. When he lets me know, I'll put him in. But other than that, usually if I reach out, they're like, yes, boss. It's because I go right on. You guys are nice for giving them a week. I don't. It's like 24 hours. I get 24 hours because on my brain, I'm not sleeping till that spot is filled. So they're doing it for my sanity. Let me know you're available. We'll get you in here. And that way, too, at the same time, I do the same thing as Billy. I go, okay, so this is when you're working. I actually do digital waivers and emergency contact and everything. So I send them the link right then and there. If I don't have that back before the show, they're going to have a really hard time because I didn't make your envelope till I have that signed. So they're expecting to get paid. I need that stuff back. But that's why you get it done as quick as possible, and then you move on, and I go out and book the next show. If they're going to honestly play the game of like I have to check and not get back to you, I don't think they want it hard enough.
Right. You're right.
Somebody else does.
Sorry, I seem to have lost my hearing over here. Rob Father, go on next.
Well, we just started the women's division here at TNR 2 months ago. You want to talk about how hard it is to get a woman to come to your place? 79 women in the 3 days I messaged. 79. I got 4 response. And one of them was Billy's girl. That's the only response I got. So it is very hard for us to get women. Now, my guys, hey, I've got a full roster. We went through my computer just this last show. 498 different songs that we had downloaded for 498 different people. So I don't have a problem getting people coming to the show. I don't have a problem with people like that. My problem is getting women to come to the show since we started the women's division. We crowned an inaugural women's champion last show, and it's just hard. I've got 3 women. I've got 5 that are training. So it's been rough for us on the women's division. The guys, I have no problem. As soon as I tell them the show, every one of them is going through their yes. I've not had a no yet. So I don't really have an issue with that. I just have an issue with the women's side of it.
Rob Father, I can help you there. I can help you. I got tons of ladies, and they all want to travel. They all want to work. So we can connect, and we'll help out.
You just hook me up because, like I said,
hook me up too, Ashley.
You guys got it. You guys need female talent. We're swimming in them up here. But honestly, the Northeast is killing it.
They do have to get Missouri license, though. They have to get Missouri license.
No problem.
Honestly, have license.
Yeah, most talent, if they're like, hey, if I get a license, I can come work out there more often, they'll do it.
Up here, send them my way, Ash. I could use a few.
All right, well, make sure you guys connect after. Papa Denk's having mic issues, so I've been instructed to take over.
The big boss is really in charge now.
Oh boy!
Yeah, so I'm moving forward. Mark.
Yeah, in my main roster, I don't have any issues now. I am part of another group that I recently just took over as a booker there. That they have a problem getting back with me, but that'll be solved, and I'll work through those issues because way I see it, if you don't respond, you don't want to work, so I'll move on and book elsewhere.
Sorry, guys, my computer was overheating and it shut me out. It's really hot in my apartment. It's like 90 in here.
It's all because of Billy.
Oh, man, I'm sexy and I know it.
Joe, you're next.
Oh, where do I start? It's like Angel said, man. Down here in North Carolina, we have it rough. He was sugarcoating it. He really was, because I have literally sent messages, because a lot of these guys down here, they don't like to give out their like personal contacts. So you have to hit them up through like Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and you go on there and you send them a message, and you can see where they hadn't been active in a while. Okay, he'll hit me up here in a little bit, and then you'll see he's active, but he never responds to you. And then about 2 weeks go by, and he finally says, "Hey, yeah, man, I'm available. I'm sorry, but I done booked that spot, man. The show's just a couple weeks down the road. I gotta get it filled." All right, well, get me on the next one. Yeah, sure thing. Or they send you a message like Angel says, yes, sir, I'm available. What you got? I just had this happen to me recently. Yeah, I'm available. What you got? Got a show April the 5th, Laurinburg, North Carolina. Worked with the talent in the past. Ain't never had no issues. But then all of a sudden he went ghost on me. And I'm sitting here like, hey, buddy, you going to be, we still good for the 5th? Hey, man, what's up? Hey, I ain't heard from you. Just want to make sure we still good. The 5th is right around the corner. Day before the show. Hey, man, we never confirmed it. Dude, you said yes, sir. In the past, that's all it took. You tell me yes, sir, I'm going to put you in the books. I'm going to put you on the flyers. I'm going to start promoting you because you're going to be at the show. So don't tell me yes, sir, and then ghost me and then wait till the day before the show that says, oh, well, I'm down at the beach with my girlfriend.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty rough. And you see, and like Angel was saying, you have to book out like 2 or 3 months in advance down here in North Carolina because, I don't know how it is in y'all's and everybody else's area, but just here in this area where we run at, within 100-mile radius, there's probably 45 promotions.
Damn.
Wow.
And you got to book around these promotions. You got to book around these promotions in order to get the talent. Because
that's right.
So it's hard to get a core roster for your company here in North Carolina. So I got maybe a handful of guys that I can say that is at every one of my shows.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I've actually had one the other day call me and say, "Hey man, I was going to take a booking, but I see you got a show, so I'm gonna come to your show."
Aw.
And I was like, "Man, I appreciate it. Thank you very much." That's only once in a blue moon you get a guy to do that, And but this is one of the guys that wants to help see my company grow, and I'm gonna use him as much as possible because when I tell you he promotes and he books and he promotes and he markets and he does everything he needs to do as a worker. That is a top tier talent right there, if you ask me.
That's awesome, and he doesn't charge for promos either.
Hey, not yet.
Not yet, right, Sean. And then I'm gonna get to an open forum question from a worker. It looks like.
Yeah, I got a pretty good rapport with our roster. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, chimed in a little bit earlier. Recently, I've been having issues with the females getting back to us on bookings and everything. So, Ashley, if you got a talent or anybody you'd like to throw our way, send them our way. But normally, it's pretty easy down here. We also have a TV show that we book, so a lot of the spots are spots that people want those spots. So when I send the offer out there, they're usually taken pretty quick. So it's not like I'm left on red or wait a week. I'm kind of like Ashley. I'm a 24-hour person. I respond to everybody back in a promptly manner, and I expect the same common courtesy in running the business and understand that, I'm trying to keep the TV show and we're booking, 4 to 5 months ahead of time. And sometimes things happen. We understand that. And there's always a spot comes up, we'll fill somebody in. But again, the only issue we've run into recently is just a little bit with some of the female talents wanting to work. So I'm not sure if it's just our area or not.
It's not. It's all over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in my area too.
It's all over
it's
except for
pretty much
Ashley's
all over.
area. She has
Except
plenty
for
for us
Connecticut.
all.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard, to book a female talent, 100%. But Tiffany Avatar's available if anybody's interested in booking her.
And she happens to be my universal champion, so I will highly suggest how motivated this young woman is.
To look into that.
Just saying.
All right, we got a question, and this is going to be like an open forum, so you guys go nuts if you want. Looks like it's a worker. What about promoters leaving workers on open, especially when I know they opened it? Oh yeah. You guys want to talk? You want me to pick?
They don't want you, James.
I'll be honest. I would like to disclose that I try not to leave people on open. I also am a single mom and have ADHD, and I run the company entirely by myself. So Most people, I will at least get back to them, or I'll eventually scan through the messages because I have my messages plus the page messages. Then I have the Instagrams, all the different socials, and the emails all come to one phone. So when I do eventually see it, I will apologize up and down, and I will make sure that we have that conversation immediately. But there is never a time where I've just read it and been like, not answering that. Like I've always at least said like, hey, thanks for the interest. At this time, I'm not looking for anybody. Do you want to send me some stuff and I can put you on the list, and that way we can touch base. But no, I think that's bad business on both sides. You shouldn't leave
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
unread,
you're
just like
right.
they shouldn't be leaving us unread. If you're not interested, just say you're not interested. Same thing for us.
Right.
If we're not interested, just say, hey, at this time, I don't think I have a spot for you. But send me what you have, and we'll see if I can fit you in, or are you close by? Can I keep you as a backup in case I have a last minute spot? Like, where are you comfortable? That's all about a conversation.
See, I'm big on patience. Meaning, I mean, have I have done it? Yeah. I mean, but then again, yeah, I'll fall asleep 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll wake up 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Get ready, get back behind the wheel. By the time I remember, shoot, I got to message this person back. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So then it's like, all right, I'll hit him tomorrow, and I forget. It happens. I mean, that's really why I have a team. But I'm a big patience guy. If you don't hear from me, hit me back. You know what I'm saying? There's where I'll respond. I value people that actually have patience because I don't forget that. So but it does happen, especially, with my line of work and everything that I do. So.
All right, Rob Father, you want to say something?
I kind of agree with Billy. It's we all have shoot jobs. We're not only just promoters and wrestling business owners. We all have. I'm pretty sure everybody here's probably got their own job that they do, unless you're retired. I have a 7 to 5 job every day. I can't respond to messages right then and there. I usually don't leave anybody unopened. I try to respond to you. I'm kind of like Billy. I like patience. Me and Billy has messaged back and forth to each other several times, and it's been 2 or 3 days before we get back to each other, but we still waited on each other. It's a respect thing. These guys got to have respect. Respect is not given. Respect is earned.
Earned. That's right.
And that's what people don't. That's what people don't understand. You want the respect of us not leaving you unopened. Have the respect and be patient enough to give us time to read your stuff. Think about what we're going to tell you and send you a response back. Kind of like Ashley said over there. Sometimes I'll send you a message back. Say, hey, I don't have a spot at this time, but send me some video packages. Let me see what you look like. Let me see if I really want to put you on my show. That's what I just base it on.
Okay. Anybody else?
Ashley and Billy and the rest of them, they pretty much answered my answer. Basically, I mean, it's just like they said, 100% correct. Just like Billy said, patience, and just like that, Miss Ashley said, when you send it, we'll get it, but it's going to take a while for us to get back to you, but we're going to get back to you eventually, due to our shoot jobs and etc. So I agree 100%.
Okay. Another worker taking notes right there, Mr. Daniel Alexander right there. What a great talent. If anybody's looking to book him, he's a great talent. Really is.
Well, just
amazing for your kids. If you got kids in the audience, Salim is the guy. The guy. He can make any kid love him on an instant.
Yes.
Well, I go with the same thing with what Billy said. I'm in the same boat with Billy. When I'm behind the wheel, I can't be answering text messages and messages on Facebook or whatever, to reply back to say, hey, yeah, we interested, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I get an opportunity, I will. I don't try. I try not to leave people open. You know, I try to give them something, but 90% of the times you're gonna get what I always say is send your resume, information, your booking rate, to come to the Southeast North Carolina, because that's where we mostly run at. You know, and once you send that to me, and me and my advisors will go over it, and if we feel like we can be able to bring you in, you know, we'll bring you in. But if we can't, we'll let you know. Hey, right at this moment, we don't have nothing for you, but maybe in the future we can make something happen.
Awesome. Anyone else? All right. Now we're almost at an hour now just talking between all these great owners of all these different companies. And I think it's, number one, amazing that we can get everybody together, because there's a lot of dissension amongst owners in general from my experience. Billy can attest to that. Right, Billy?
I'm loved.
So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on.
And I don't give a fuck.
And there's my mentor, everybody.
So we dropping F-bombs on this podcast?
That's the thing. Like, I don't give a shit if you hate me or the other promoters hate me. I don't want. Listen, you put money in my pocket. Keep marketing me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to take the
was
time to thank everybody.
That's some of the best advice he's ever gave me. That's some of the best advice he's ever gave me. Keep talking.
Keep talking, and everybody keep doing their thing. We're gonna wrap it up soon. Let's just talk about what everybody's plans are for the rest of the year. Start with Billy.
Man, Titan has got a big year still ahead of us, right? I mean, we're in mid-May. We got Rise of the Titans coming up in June. Well, actually, right after this show at Rise, we starts our summer marketing season. We're traveling to North Carolina in June, Arkansas in August. We got the Ocean County Fair again in July. We got the Boardwalk twice. We have the 11th Street, the fair in Philly. We're going to Connecticut. We're going back again in North Carolina in September. Tampa in December. We got Mount Olympus coming up, and a slew of other dates that just came out. So it's been hell trying to fit everything in, especially with the rentals, because it's gotten so busy for Charlie now that Charlie went out and actually put up a Titan rental page, because Charlie's we got to coincide with the Titan dates, and I've actually had to update my calendar with his rentals too.
Yep.
So I mean, you're talking. We have 3 in August, 3 in September. I'm not talking about rentals. I'm talking about Titan shows. 3 in August, 3 in September, 3 in October. Mount Olympus. I mean, yeah, I think what 2 in July. So it's busy. It really is. But I'm thankful. I mean, I'm already midway through of 2026's calendar, if that makes any sense. And that's not including which me and the Rob Father had spoke, keeping this an annual thing. So adding in another date for Arkansas, and which could possibly be 2. Why not? Ashley again, of course, next year, continue his business with Angel, continue his business with Joe, and who knows, maybe more opportunity opens for us. I know somebody reached out in West Virginia, would like to bring us out there. So, I mean, who knows, right? And I used to be where I navigated the ship. Now, I'm not navigating, I'm steering with it. The ship is moving on its own. And I'm just kind of just going with it and seeing where it goes. I'm blessed. We just broke 1.1 million views on our social medias. That is a very, very hard thing to do. So with having that and the constant marketing and media and videos and production and you know, I mean, thank God for my media team. And the constant pushing, you know, that adds to the growth. We're on IWTV. I'm working on other things to help expand. So yeah, I mean, you know, could goddesses make a return? Sure, I have a team ready for that as well. Miss Ashley knows that. And but could that be a return? Sure. Could Chosen be a return? Absolutely. But right now, all the focus is on Titans. I've got to grow that and continuously grow that. And that's, you know, and I'm happy. And I'm happy with the friends I've made. I'm happy with the business friends I've made and stuff like that. So, because they're like-minded individuals, right? They want to grow. So whatever it takes to grow is what we're going to do. And
That's right.
you know, um, just like I'm thankful for you, Papa Denk, and I'm thankful for Raymond, and you know the podcasts that cover us. You know, without yous, we couldn't get the word out either. You know,
That's
so
right.
we all grow together, and that's what I'm, you know, looking to accomplish. Whether it's with other companies, whether you know our roster, our team, it's still the significance of us growing together. So that's what my future looks like.
All right, Mr. Angel Angels.
Yes, sir. Just like Billy said, I actually have a show May 24th, um, Memorial Weekend. I was like Miss Ashley. I didn't really look at the calendar, but I have a show. But I have a show May. I'm doing a show with Billy and Titan. June. I'm actually running on the 4th of July this year, first time. Um,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. I have August, September, along with Billy as well, and I will come up to New Jersey for Mount Olympus with Billy and the Titans as well. So the year is looking
Ooh.
pretty much stacked for Atlantic Coast, and we're looking to grow. And also on the side, I'm an actual worker myself, and I do work for other promotions around. So I'm juggling as far as being a worker because I've been in the business for 17 years now, just working and being a promoter. So I'm separating the two, but mainly focusing on Atlantic Coast, growing Atlantic Coast as well.
Awesome. Ashley.
I just saw
Oh,
a comment
hold
put
on.
up. Somebody said, "I see you, Billy." Mr. Scotty Dial of Cage. I see you, Billy. Yeah, all right,
Scotty
Scotty.
style.
All
What's
right,
up,
Scott.
bud?
He said he was going to do that. He did. So I'm going to give him a shout out, Scotty. I'm going to definitely give him a shout out.
Ashley.
You want me to holler
So
across the
this is gonna be this year for Kaiju is honestly I don't think I've ever pushed this company as hard as I have this year. And I think it's just because this is our third year. And like I said, I do this all by myself. I even go out and flyer by myself. Um, I've been doing our graphics. I occasionally pull in help when I need it, but I'm honestly like I just bought a PA system. I'm ready to like kind of retire and like move back to doing sound on show day, which Papa Dank was there when I had to do that in August, and I pulled that out of
I did.
nowhere.
You did.
I was running the show and the music live, and yeah,
do that
the
every
goal.
show.
Yeah, the goal for me is by the end of this year, I really want the company to be stable enough that I can bring in a team and feel like we're not going to let anybody down. I'm a big proponent of I don't want to disappoint my people.
That's right.
So if I work hard, they'll work hard. One thing I am extremely proud of is that on June 28th, my company will all of my championships will be going to Montreal, Canada. We joined with Supernova Wrestling to go do a show
Awesome.
in Montreal, so they will now be world champions before we bring out our trios division.
Wow.
So I am so stoked for that. And that was honestly like when I heard from SNW about that, they were like, listen, we see what you're doing out here and we see that how hard you're working and how hard you're pushing people to be their best. And we would like to do a show with you and let's get what can we do to help? And I was like, I would love to be able to have these belts cross the border and be able to say I'm not just an indie fed. Like these are world titles. And start that chain of, because the whole point was when we redesigned Kaiju from just being another New Jersey Fed into running up here where we live in Connecticut. The goal was I wanted to be the CBGB. I wanted, like, up here we have Toad's Place. That's our CBGBs. I wanted to be that train stop on your ride through. You know, I didn't want to run a school. I didn't want to run TV shows like Billy's doing. My goals were very small, but still powerful. And like I even had Tommy Invincible on the last show. And now he's making waves. And I'm like, this guy asked for a chance. And I said, heck yeah, come on up. And so now he's going to do something. And that for me is what that really means. So for another company to reach out and say, hey, let's just even Billy going, hey, let's do a show in Connecticut. Let's get Titan up there and put you on the map with us. That means the world to me, because that means that your companies are believing in what I'm doing. So I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure we make everything proud. And when Billy's ready for goddesses, we got that coming. And he's ready.
Rob Father.
For TNR, man, we're looking really good for this year. We got a show next weekend called Bunkhouse Brawl. It's looking really good. We got a fundraiser show for the fire department at Leechville on June 28th to raise money for the fireworks display. Just like you said, giving back to the community. We always think about giving back to the community. Hey, I've got a good relationship with OVW. I have Tony Gunn that's in the house every month. He does a training academy every month there. I have about 17 guys that are in that academy that are learning from him. So that's going good for business. We have officially paid off of our trailer that we bought for the TNR company. We have officially paid off our ring for the TNR company. And
you did? You got it?
And we have
officially, God damn it. Good job.
Have officially, listen to this. We have officially bought the second ring and it's paid for.
There you go. Yeah, I was on the phone with you.
Yes, I finally got it. Yes, I got it. Got both of them. In the future, hey, exactly. In the future, I'm looking to do double ring battle royals. I'm looking to do war games. It's going to be a series that's going to last for a year.
Ooh, war games.
My camera's going off. I did that. Never again. Goodbye.
Billy, I was thinking about inviting you up to do that. Have a war game.
I just might. I'm stupid enough to do it, but I did it before.
But I mean, here's what we're looking for in TNR. We're looking for the fan base to grow, just like all of you are. If we can get our fan base to grow, and like I say, partnered with Billy, I partnered with WWP. When we travel outside of Leechville and we travel outside of Paragould is where WWP is at, Wrestling with Pride. TNR is at Leechville. That is our home base. We do a home show there every month, regardless. When we leave to go other places like Hazen, Arkansas, we go to Searcy, we go to Waha, Arkansas, we go to Marmaduke. Several places we go is a joint show. You do not see any other promotions that has an open weight title together, but we do. And when you can work very close by with a company like that and get along, I mean, you're doing something right. So I'm just looking forward to the year. I mean, we got a lot of shows lined up. Like I said, Billy will be here in August. We're fixing to put that out. Billy, I got a promo I'm sending you tonight, by the way. So.
Oh yeah, you said it tonight.
Yeah. Now I'm going to send it as soon as we get off here. It's done. So
I'm going to be filming mine. I'm going to send it to my editing team so I can send it to you.
Okay. And see, the thing about that is he's going to show it to his fans. I'm going to show it to mine. That's promoting both of us, to show everybody what we're going to do. But hey, I'm very blessed. I have a brother that's in the business with me. His name's Terry Sheridan. He's the other owner. And without him, this business wouldn't strive. But he's like Billy. Sounds like Joe. He drives a truck. So he can't do a lot. So therefore, a lot of it's put off on my shoulders. But when he's here, hey, let me tell you something. You couldn't ask for a better team out of both of us.
All right, Mark.
Well, Rob, I don't know if I'd ever tell anybody that Terry was my brother. And I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. In case somebody don't know, I mean, he might be my brother, But I did turn on him and beat his ass at the last show we just had at Barricade.
Gotcha.
Wow.
He come to Crowsville with Tony that night we had the bad weather, man. So it was good
Yeah,
to see him.
yeah.
But anyway,
He's a
yeah,
good
we're
guy.
rolling on all cylinders here, man. We got shows coming up. Like I said before, I'm taking Tommy Too Good and Justin Daniels, which is legitimately Too Good, and Bullwhip Ballard. That's the name you need to watch, man. He's ready to head to the NWA. Matter of fact, he's got some shows booked with JCP and the NWA. But I'm taking those guys up to Fan Fest this weekend to Herb's Big Deal up there. So we'll be up there. 23rd, we're over in Augusta, Arkansas, and then June 7th we got a big show in Memphis, Tennessee. We're doing, and June 14th we're back in Wardell, Missouri, and then July we're over in O'Brien, Tennessee. So we're just rock and rolling a lot of shows in a lot of different states there, man. So everything's going good for us. And we
Right.
also, matter of fact, we just crowned, as you can see the comment from James Pierce. He is part of a tag team that I manage called Steel Cross, one of the best young tag teams going today. We just crowned them the brand new UWA World Titles. They won them Saturday night. UWA, Unified Wrestling Alliance. It's about a bunch of promoters that all got together and we're all working together, kind of like we're doing on this podcast here. We exchanged talent and we crowned a tag team as a world champ. So trying to get those talents, those belts out there and travel with them. So if you're interested in bringing them in, give me a holler. We would love to travel and defend those belts. But one thing, Joe,
Yes, sir.
I cannot do for you is if I ever come work for you, I'm going to have to wear my Duke Blue Devil. There's no North Carolina Tar Heel here.
Papa Denk, get him the hell off of here.
I'm straight Duke Blue Devil here, baby.
Oh, Lord. Well, hey, man. Hey, you never know. You never know. It could be the battle of the Blue Devils and the Tar Heel. You feel what I'm saying?
There you go. Hey, that draw money right there.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, just to say, like I said, we took a little hiatus and then we getting started back up. So we still lining up dates. And I can say that we're going to be running every month except for September, because we're gonna be with Billy on the in September, and November and December we might pop out a show in November, but I highly doubt it because I don't like running around the holiday seasons. So, but every month for the rest of the year we're gonna be pretty much running a show. We just try and get our roster build back up, get our audience build back up, and get back to firing on all 8 cylinders and finding new venues. We actually started running some different venues than we ran before. Like E-Town was our first show in E-Town, first show in Laurinburg. I mean, since we've been back, we heading to, like I said, back to Laurinburg on June 7th. We working on Lumberton, North Carolina in July. We are also working on Pembroke, North Carolina. We're working on Clinton, North Carolina, trying to get some building somewhere, the armory, a gymnasium, somewhere that we can run, YMCA or something, so we can just get the product out there. Just trying to, get that core roster back build up, guys that I can depend on, because it's like what Mark was saying, I'm a truck driver, owner operator, matter of fact. So it's hard for me to be able to really focus on the wrestling like I want to. So I'm trying to find them right guys that I can put in place to say, okay, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. And I have the mindset is that when we grow, the money's going to grow. I ain't one of them that's going to grow the business and then keep all the money, because I got my shoot job. I make my money off of my shoot job. Wrestling is just to be able to give the guys a platform that they can come display their talent on. I don't care about the money. I just want to make sure we all go out there and have a good time. But if the money comes, that's great. I mean, hey, everybody's going to be compensated very gratefully. So hopefully it'll pick up.
Okay, awesome. Sean?
Yeah, we're looking, like I said, busy end of the year. This weekend coming up, our tag team champions are in the Crockett Cup at the NWA in Philly. Our women's champion
Wow.
also on the show, so we're all really excited about that. Having all them on the show. The following weekend, we all have our own event, Memorial Day weekend show, and ticket sales are going very well. And like I said, focusing on our TV show, we got our big stadium show coming up this year, and then our Hall of Fame show this year. Our Hall of Fame, we have my first females champion, Mickey James, is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, and one half of my tag team champions, Rich Swan, is also going to come into our Hall of Fame. So bringing in two names, and they both started with me, both good mentors to me. So it's going to be a great moment for me in November. So really looking forward to that as well.
Awesome. Let me take a moment to thank everybody for joining me on the third Owners Summit. I want to say a special thank you to Coach David, who's been mentoring me and working with me behind his new promotion that's starting up, an all-female promotion.
Yeah, and we texted back and forth, me and David, and of course, as always, I wish him the best of luck on that event. But could we see me and David working together very soon?
It's possible, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you never know. But I want to shout out also part of Rising Stars Women's Wrestling. We're bringing in a talent from Chicago over here to Long Island. Miss Lulu Lorena, who is taking bookings. We strongly believe in her talent, as well as Amity and everybody else who's joining us. But if anybody's looking to book some independent girls, check them out, okay?
Man, real quick, as soon as my belt designer gets the belt made, Tar Heel Championship Wrestling in the coming months, we'll be introducing a women division into Tar Heel Championship Wrestling. So we will be looking for women wrestlers as well.
Awesome. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. What'd you guys think, huh?
Hang on,
man. Thanks for having me.
I had a question for
Thanks
Billy.
for having us.
We got something else going on, what?
Yeah, I got a question for Billy, man. I want to know how that is to wrestle on that famous boardwalk.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so last year we did June and August. We opened up the season and we closed the season for the Beachcomber, and it was epic. I mean, that was the first time a ring was on the boardwalk in 20 plus years. So to bring that back, and we had wind up getting like 3,000 postcards of Titan to hand out. And let me tell you, bro, we were out of them. People were just taking our postcards. It was wild, but what a feeling. My partner Charlie, I mean, he even got like real choked up about it, because it was it was a 5 months process just to get that done, and it was a lot of people that we had a lot of steps that we had to go through to get that. But when you're on a boardwalk and you're attracting people that may or may not even be wrestling fans.
That's
They are standing there to watch this. And, like this year, because we didn't know what to expect from last year, but this year we're doing things a little bit different. We did it in the afternoon last year. Now we're going towards more of the evening. They transitioned to that where they start to check IDs at like 6 p.m. So you still get the younger crowd, but they can't go inside. But you still get the adult crowd now that gets real popping at night. So plus, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen our production, but I mean, we have a tremendous amount of lights. We've got pyro, we've got cold spark machines, fog machines. I mean, we've got a pretty big production. So we're gonna start putting that into the I mean, go all the way, man. Bash at the beast type thing, right?
That's right, man.
That's where we're looking to just keep growing that. And then this year we have it again in June 7th, and August, I believe August 23rd. So we're looking forward to that.
If you need anybody for that August show, you give me a holler.
Yeah, let's talk, man. Absolutely, let's talk.
I got a tag team, and we'll be ready to come.
Oh, they would love it. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with Live Danger. They just recently went to New Japan Dojo. So they were on our boardwalk show, and let me tell you something, they took it over. So it was really, really good. So if you can capture fans on a boardwalk, believe me, man, it's all systems go. You know.
Yeah, it was.
We gotta get
really,
we gotta
really
get an
good.
Indian up there.
The Cherokee or Choctaw? What is he?
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Everybody, hold on for a minute. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I have the Zombie King joining me tomorrow.
Zombie King. That's a debut for Titan Championship Wrestling. That's another gentleman who had a tremendous amount of patience, especially with me. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do. I mean, he's one-on-one with one of our top and best, Anthony Gangone.
Yeah.
So it's we're looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll remain to see the Zombie King here at Titan.
And if any workers are watching this Saturday, also the Chosen One tryouts happening, right, Billy?
Yeah, Chosen One tryouts. That is a tryout for one lucky, maybe even two lucky individuals, man or female, to go to Japan. All expenses paid. Flight there and back, training for 2 weeks, plus room and board and food. I mean, the collectively it's $200. It is ran 100% by Sonny Ono himself. Titan is just hosting it. We have the location. It's ran by them. It's Sonny Ono, Perry Saturn, and Richport Aiello will be there as well, which is the very first chosen standout from years prior that went to Japan. So, what an opportunity! If you are chosen to go to Japan and wrestle out there and train out there and potentially be signed out there. So, I mean, you just recently had Bryce Hansen on the podcast, and he was out there quite a while. So,
yeah, 100%. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll see everybody else tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.